Today we're going to be going through different minimal pairs. So we'll be doing the T sound and the TH sound, th. Be going through those, voiced and unvoiced. And then we'll also be doing P and B, the P and B sound in different minimal pairs. We'll be putting them into examples and we'll have a short test. We'll work through them slowly. We've got around 2.5 hours. And just to remind you as well, this is a continuous series, so it'll be on every Monday, and there'll be different teachers on as well, doing different pronunciation lessons, spelling lessons, grammar lessons, so feel free to tune in then as well. We'll be starting with TH and T sounds. So the TH is th, th, and the T sound is t, t. So the difference between the two sounds is that the T sound has the tongue on the roof of your mouth, behind your teeth, t, t. So the your tongue is behind your top teeth when you make that sound, t. And when you're saying the th sound, your tongue is between your two teeth. So th, th, t, th. Okay? So both of them are quite abrupt sounds. They let the air out of your mouth. They cause a blockage with t. And then when you let go of the air, that's when the sound is made. So that's the difference between th and t. We'll start with some examples. So we've got path, path with a TH, path, and pat. Okay, the next minimal pairs are with a B sound. So the similar one to the last example, but bat, bat. You can hear the harshness of the T sound, bat. And bath, bath. The tongue is behind the teeth with bat, and it's between the teeth with bath, bath. Okay, so the next example is tan, 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 and than, than. So tan and than. So tan in a sentence would be I went on holiday and I got a tan, and than would be I can run faster than you. So this one's a little bit different in the sense that the T sound in tan is harsh, but the TH sound in than. The next example is going to be toes, toes, and those, those. Okay, so again with toes, the T sound is going to have the tongue behind the top of the teeth. So toes, t, t, toes, like that. And this one's going to be those, those, those. So again, when you're saying those, there should be a TH sound making vibration, those, those, and the same with toes, toes. Okay, so the next example is letter, 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 and leather, leather, leather. Okay, so in the top sound it's double T, so there's still that harsh sound with the tongue behind the teeth, letter. And in the second one, leather, the tongue is between the two teeth, leather, leather. Think, think, and thought, thought. So in both of those, the TH sound is is unvoiced. So it's think, and thought, then, and there, then, there. So in this example, because they're voiced, again, as before, the tongue is between the teeth, then, there. But in this case, when you put your hand on your throat, you should feel the vibration. So there. A voiced sound is one that is going to make a conscious sound. So the TH of think and thought, think, doesn't make, it's just a release of air. There's no sound that accompanies it. But in then and there, there's a th sound, okay? Sounds kind of like a vibration itself. The difference between the two of them, you can feel on your throat when you're talking. So then, you can feel the vibration, and there, you can feel the vibration. But think, there is no vibration. Thought, there is no vibration. I hope that answers your question. Then and there are voiced, and think and thought are unvoiced. So that's different again from the first one that we went through, which is just a T sound, which is 10, trees, pat. And then there's two different types of TH sound, a voiced and unvoiced. The voiced, then, there, like these ones, and think, thought, like those ones. So, you've asked for some help with the words phenomena. So all of the ones that you've asked for, phenomena, phenomenon, phenomenal, and phenomenally, they all sound with that PH. They all start with the PH sound. So I'll just draw it out. So the PH, that's going to be backwards for you guys. PH is an F sound equivalent. F. Phenomenal is going to start with that. So just like fish, but sound, okay? And phenomena, pheno, like that, pheno, and then split the word into two to help your pronunciation. Ooh. Phenomena. Everybody else who's watching, I've had somebody just leave a comment with struggling with the word phenomena, phenomenon, phenomenal, and phenomenally. Okay, it's just this one. Okay, it's pronounced squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. So that is the small furry creature with the long fluffy tail that lives in trees and eats nuts. Squirrel. It is a really difficult word because it's just not pronounced how it looks like it would be, and it's got that difficult Q sound in it as well. Squirrel. So it sounds like it should be written like this. Squirrel. SKW is that same sound. as the Q and the U. I don't know if you can see that properly. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. I hope that has helped. Obviously don't spell it like that one. That is the correct spelling, but that is what we call a phonetic spelling. So that's how you'd spell it if you spelled it how you say it. So squirrel, squirrel, like that. Okay, so we've had these two commented. Yeah, I'm just making sure that I've written the right way round so that they're not mirrored for you. So the top one is magnificent, 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 magnificent. So nif with the shorter sound I, not I, and then again I, and then cent, C is going to be pronounced like an S. Magnificent, magnificent. Okay, the stress is on the AG, and then again stress, cent, magnificent. And the bottom one, benevolent. This one is a little bit of a trickier one. Bene, in a lot of languages, like Italian, I think Spanish as well, bene means good. So the word benevolent comes from that root bene, benevolent. Okay, benevolent. The stress again is going to be at the start, benevolent, benevolent. It means somebody that is very good, good-natured, kind, has good intentions, so benevolent. And magnificent means very good in an over-the-top sense. So you might have a magnificent building, or you might have a magnificent time going out doing something. And benevolent, somebody who is benevolent is somebody who has good intentions to do good by other people. Benevolent. Okay. The next one that we've had suggested at the bottom is Lancashire, 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 Lancashire. So you might be tempted with that pronunciation to go for Lancashire, Lancashire. It's Lancashire. So almost as if Lancash and then just another A sound. Lancashire. Okay? Lancashire. Okay. So I think you've asked about that one. The top one is 11. 11. This E is going to be different to the other two E's. So, the E at the start of the word, E, 11. So the two E's here, benevolent, the same that we had in benevolent, 11. So again, it's going to be these two E's that are going to be pronounced the same. 11, 11. If you had just even, that would be pronounced with the emphasis E, but you don't hear that same sound with 11, Even. It's not 11. 11. So the emphasis, the first E is going to be stressed, 11. Okay, I hope that has helped. This other one, we were talking about benevolent, benevolent. Yeah, that's correct. Benevolent. So if I was going to spell it phonetically, I'd probably spell it like this. Okay, like that. I don't know if you can see it. Benevolent. Benevolent. E, that E sound being the pink. Le, L-E-H. And then ven, E-le-ven. 11. So we'll start with some more basic ones. Oh, that one's going to be the wrong way. So you'll just have to ignore that bit. But we have at the top big and pig. Big, pig. The next one is buy, pie. Buy, pie. Then we have pin, bin. Bear, pear. And then the last ones that we have are pot and bought. Pot, bought. Again, these two are very easily mixed up because those sounds are so similar. So if you said pot and bought, it's not pronounced bought, it should be bought. So it's that draw out that sound, bought, as if it was spelt like this. So like thought, it should be bought. Thought and bought, as if it was spelt like this. It isn't spelt like that. It's spelt this way with the GHT. There's no R in it, but it's pronounced like it's spelt bought, just like thought that we did earlier. Bought, bought, not pot. Pot, bought. These ones, for example, plead and bleed. Again, just place your hand on your throat when you're making those sounds so that you can really feel the vibration. You can easily make the difference between the P and the B. Bleed. Bleed. And plead, plead, plead. Parentheses. Parentheses, parenthesis. So the difference between those was that the parent would have the emphasis, the stress of the word parent. So it would be on the front of the word, the first parent. Whereas with parentheses, the focus is on this section that I've drawn off here in pink, parentheses. And the plural is with ES, not IS, so that'd be parentheses, whereas the single form written like this with the IS is parenthesis. Parenthesis. And parentheses are brackets. They're a grammatical marking that you use. You cannot see the word properly. Parenthesis. Parenthesis. And with the ES, it would be parentheses. Okay? Then we have the difference between colour and colour. Colour and colour are spelt differently, but they are pronounced just the same. Hope you can see that properly. Colour and colour. This top one is the American spelling. This bottom one is the English spelling with the U in it, but they're both pronounced the same, even though they're spelled differently, which is a bit of a pain. But if you're writing and you're attempting English grammar, then it's colour and colour, both the same, English and American. Okay. So we've gone for this word. It is pronounced lieutenant, lieutenant, lieutenant. Okay, so that part of the word tenant is easy enough to pronounce. Tenant, tenant. Just the same as it'd be ten and tenant. It's really the start of the word that's the tricky part. It's because it's originally a French word, so we don't tend to have a lot of that. Lieutenant. The pronunciation across the UK and the US is the same, so there should be no discrepancy in the spelling, no difference in the pronunciation. Lieutenant. This is the word. So even though it looks like maybe it'd say colonel, colonel, it's actually pronounced colonel, colonel, colonel. I know doesn't look like that at all. It looks like it should be spelled. Looks like it should be pronounced colonel, but it's actually pronounced colonel, which looks like it should be spelled like this. Oh, I've written that the wrong way, I think. Let's see. It looks like it would be pronounced colonel, colonel. Also, for the person asking what topics would be next class, it's completely up to you. If you have something specific that you'd like to see, please just comment it or send the page a message with what you'd like to see, and we'll have a teacher get back to you about it. If it's me next week, just message the page directly or comment on this post and with what you'd like to see, and I'll do it for you next week. Any specific words that you'd like to request, I can do those next week as well. But we've had a couple of suggestions of different things that people would like to see, maybe some vocabulary, synonyms, antonyms, and we've also had a suggestion of some poetry as well, to help people with pronunciation, when it can really be helpful with poetry, because obviously a lot of poems rhyme. And also it can change the stress of words, so it can be really helpful to have a go at some English poetry. So we'll probably have a go at that next week as well. But if you have any other suggestions of what you'd like to see, please feel free to send us a message and we'll get back to you. Okay, I'm going to end this session here now, but I hope to hear from you all, and I hope to see you next week. If you've enjoyed this, please share it, like and follow the page, and we'll be back next week. Okay, thank you.